Hello YouTube, this is BUB'S Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. I went to two shops recently. So I went to my local LCS in Somerset, Kentucky, and picked up 2 books, and then I went to my favorite shop in Bowling Green, so favorite non in the vicinity of, like, 10 miles kind of thing, shop to travel to. So it's only about I don't know, probably about an hour and 20 minutes from me or so, but always worth the trip. And so I try and get there about once a month. And to the archives in Bowling Green, Kentucky, all back issue shops, although they have been starting to draw pull list customers from the area, because he's been doing some current books too, doing small orders. So that's been really nice for him and for the community. But that being said, I took him 70 comics, give or take, and a few collectibles, and I traded it all for 1 book. So let's see what I got. Let's make me small and get to the haul. Yo! All right. Oh, shucks. Showed it right off, didn't I? If you guys were quick, you saw it. All right, we'll get to the big book since I already previewed it. There it is. I traded 70 books for this one. All-Star Western number 10, first appearance of Jonah Hex. Look at that. Now, my intention was to actually watch the movie before I did this haul, but I didn't get a chance to, but we'll watch it this week. It is in fantastic condition. I hate putting number grades on stuff like this, but I would say it's probably somewhere around a 4 to a 4.5. It has this lower piece here, has some scraping to it, like a split up until the staple, the bottom. So I could seal that with some tape, but if I did, it would lower the grade. When you add tape, it does lower the grade, but not very much, unless you put excessive tape. So it might lower it a 0.5 and bring it down to probably a solid 4 if I were to tape it, but the presentability would help it too. So tape's funny because if it presents better with the tape, you get a higher grade, but then they ding you for the tape. So it's kind of like a give and take kind of thing. So I don't worry to put tape on book as long as it's less than, like, say, a total of 2 inches worth, and as long as it's only on the interior cover, then it's usually worth it to me. So I may do that if I get it slabbed, but the problem is it's such a great story that I hate to slab it. I mean, it's just a fantastic story, super good. Very exciting, and the big reveal of how he looks at the end. I mean, it's so good, man. It's top quality right here. So it's a book I've been after for some time. I gave him the 70 books. We settled on a store credit amount. I wasn't looking for cash this time around, so that meant the amount was higher. He went through them. I gave him a couple of keys, but they were all ones I had doubles of, or ones I didn't care about. Mostly the ones that I had doubles of. And got rid of 70 books in my drawer because I was over 2,500 books. You guys know I have a 3,000 max limit for my books, but that includes slabs and everything else. So the drawer, my comic cabinet, really works best with 2,500 books. Anything more than that, and they start getting tight, and the bags will start getting wrinkled from being in there too tight, and you can't flip through them real easy. So anyway, so back down to under 2,500, so real happy with that. Everything is nice and comfortable. All the books can breathe, so we're happy. There you go. All-Star Western number 10. I can't believe I own it. Super. This is one of those books I never thought I'd have because I didn't want to pay too much for it, but it goes for a few $100, and I was very lucky to be able to make a trade with the archives to get it. So boom, good stuff. And let's see. Also, while I was there, I picked this up. Not part of the trade. He gave me such a great deal on that, and I said, look, I'll take that deal, because sometimes he's more generous. I feel like he's too generous sometimes because he's trying to keep that relationship, but we've been trading for years, so I hate for him to feel like he has to continue to do that. But I said, I'll take that deal as long as you let me spend a little money on top of that. He was like, yeah, okay. So I picked this book up. The archives, it says right there, The Amazing Spider-Man. This is Hooky. And this is, I think, graphic novel, something or another. Graphic novel, I don't know what number it is, but I guess it's just a graphic novel. So I already had the reprint of it. You see here, I already had the reprint. So now I have the original, and I can get rid of the reprint. So this is a Bernie Wrightson cover. The only time that I'm aware of that Wrightson does any Spider-Man or around Spider-Man work. So very cool. There you go. Sorry about the sticker. I don't have any, I think it might wrap around the back, so I'll show that too, but I don't have any magazine. That's not true. I have a magazine bag and board somewhere, and I can't find them. I can't find my bags and boards for magazines, but it does have a wraparound cover. Some more Bernie Wrightson goodness. I'll try not to crack the spine too bad to show you that. So very cool. And so that's what I got from the archives. And I also picked up, I was out of Golden Age bags, so I was able to get, I hate these bags. They're the I forget who makes them, maybe Ultra Pro or something, and they're the ones that are self-resealable, and they're okay on occasion, but if you stack a bunch of resealable bags in your box or whatever and have a bunch of bags and boards stacked up, they'll leave indentations on your books across the top. So they're really just poorly designed, but what can you do? A lot of people love them, and then they send a book to me to get pressed, and they find out that line, which I can get them out with the pressing, but it looks terrible. It takes a while to do it. So okay, I went to my local LCS and picked up a couple of books. Here they had a fresh new batch of the TMNT Best of Casey Jones books. These, if you guys are out there in the community, you know that these were terribly produced. A lot of tears along the bottom. They were just messed up. The new batch isn't that much better. They tend to all have a scuff or a mark up by the staple, and this one's no exception. I picked the one that had the best one. Also, there's a lot of straight ink on these books because it has a real slick cover. So all this black, they'll be like, you'll find one that has little black marks all over it, and you got to clean them off. They do come off mostly, but I figure if they sit like that too long, they'll probably stain it. So, but there you go, TMNT Best of Casey Jones. Should I get the whole run of these? Is anyone else picking up all these? I picked up this one because I just could not leave that alone. But if I had my druthers, I'd probably get this and just the Raphael and stop at that. But the Raphael's not available, at least, you know, not affordably. And it looks like I can probably, I think April O'Neil is going to be the next one that they come out with. So I'll decide then when the April comes out whether I'm going to pick up the other ones. But love the Casey Jones, love the yellow. I think that's killer. So I picked that up. And this was recommended to me as a good read. So I went ahead and picked one up. Superman 78. I had missed out on it the week it came out, but there was still one available. You know, the art is questionable in it. The cover is hideous. This is the A cover. I was kind of going for the C cover, but they didn't have any. This is the A cover. I think it's freaking hideous. The art inside, I don't think is very good at all. It'll have one good panel and then 5 or 6 terrible ones. It's like it's some kind of fever dream art. I mean, if you just look at Gene Hackman there as Lex Luthor, that's what the art looks like. Not much better than that. Now, I thought the Margot Kidder Lois Lane looked pretty good. So if they kept it like that, it'd be fine. But a lot of it looks like that. And then too much of it looks like that. Look at that Superman, man. He looks like he's taking a super crap or something. That's pretty bad. The story was really good though. So I'll probably, I didn't even put it in a Mylar, which is rare for me. So I'm going to start something new. When I pick up new books, I'm not even going to really add them to the collection because then I get confused and have to go through the whole thing. So I'm just going to start a short box. And all the new books that I pick up where I'm just reading the story and enjoying it for that, I'm going to put them all in the short box, and that'll be my little reading stack. And then when I read through them, I'm going to leave them in the box, keep them organized, and then when I'm ready to trade off books again, they'll already be in a box. I can just take them out without putting them in the collection. I'm not even going to catalog them in my app. I'm just going to keep them in a separate place and read through them and then get rid of them when I'm done reading them, because I do want to continue to read the story. It was pretty good. Okay, that's it. That's my quick haul. I hope you all enjoyed that, appreciated that. Of course, the big book of the haul, All-Star Westerns number 10, first appearance of Jonah Hex. Fantastic stuff. I look forward to seeing the movie. I know people have said it's not very good, but it's got a lot of good actors in it, and then it also has Megan Fox. which I would not put in the category of good actress. She's absolutely terrible, and I bet she's the reason why people didn't like the movie, but we'll see. Maybe we'll watch her scenes on mute. All right, well, we'll catch you next time on BUB'S Comics. Remember to read a comic and don't apologize for the glare. Bye-bye.